The foundations are being built. His servants have begun to restructure this world. They are bringing in a new age, a new system, a new order of the world.
From 1945 and the end of the war through 1989 and the end of the Cold War, we had a worldview. Republican and Democratic presidents alike, from Harry Truman to George Bush, stood for freedom and stood for certain propositions that would make America strong and healthy and grow the middle class and shrink poverty and stand against communism. And after 1989, President Bush said, and to a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
The new world had been called into existence to redress the balance of the old. In 1990, another old world ended, dominated by the Cold War, and people talked then, in 1990, of a new world order. What they actually meant then was a new political order. And what was not foreseen then, but is obvious now from everything that we see and do, what we experience in every day of our life, is the sheer scale and speed and scope of globalization. And it's only now that we can begin to understand that the world order that globalization brings and what it's going to look like, it's driven forward now not just by the balance of military strength, the Cold War times, or ordinary political power. It's being driven forward by a seismic shift in economic power that we see around.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Nevertheless, the United States is in a key position to shape this so that the problem of the Bush presidency will be the emergence of a new international order.
Within the next 4 years, we will see the emergence of a new international order.
The beginning of a new international order
and the hope that each of us has to build a new world order in which nations and peoples with different systems and different values can live together in peace, to build a new world order, to build a new world order, to build a new world order.
Modern Western civilization has an unwritten conception of the end of history, which is connected with the Holy Land. There is an actor at work in modern Western civilization.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and great authority. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
When dealing with the subject of Antichrist's servants, research will show that symbols are of utmost importance to the ones who currently hold control. One of the most commonly used symbols in this world is the royal coat of arms. The British College of Heraldry, using a system of guidelines over 500 years old, designed the royal coat of arms. But what makes this symbol so fascinating? Firstly, the royal coat of arms reveals Britain's Hebrew origin. When compared to the Bible, the harp symbolizes Hebrew King David. The biblical roaring lion and the unicorn holding up the shield symbolizes the nation of Israel. However, these are just minor details in a sinister plan. The royal coat of arms as a whole contains all of the symbols referenced in the book of Revelations, describing the Antichrist Dajjal himself. Do you notice the 10 lions with their 10 crowns in the shield? The feet of a bear, the body of a leopard, and the mouth of a lion. The dragon that gave him power and authority. Has the symbol of the Antichrist become so widespread that it is found in virtually every home on the planet? Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered.
What do we make of this? If that was the end of the story, that is already strange enough, but there's more to come.
We're talking about a clique, an elite group, whose religion is not the Old Testament, the Illuminati Jews, okay? The rich Zionist billionaires who have grouped themselves together in various organizations and control, as you will see, they control the United States of America, they control Russia, the world's supposed second greatest power, and they control even the Middle East through having the nation of Israel there in its midst, with over 400 nuclear weapons and chemical and biological weapons. And they control the whole world through the power of the United Nations.